Slavery, Georgia is a program that offers long-term residential and outpatient services for survivors of sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is a form of modern-day slavery in which individuals form commercial sex acts through the use of fraud, force, or coercion. Our mission at In Slavery, Georgia is to rescue and rebuild and restore survivors of sex trafficking and to strategically combat human slavery within our state. Our program is designed around the aspect of family. Every time we get a new resident in, I always tell them, you are a part of this family now. Here we love each other, we support each other, we encourage each other. Everybody has a different road to recovery and healing, but we believe that no one should go down that road alone. A lot of these girls have come in with a bad experience of what a family is like, so we try to provide that for these residents. Our passion is to see the survivors that graduate our program to not only leave with the tools that they need to sustain themselves both physically and financially, but to leave knowing that they are worth it, that they are worth the fight, that they are cherished and that they are beautiful, but most importantly that they're loved. The idea of starting a safe house program for survivors of sex trafficking actually started in 2015 when I was actually at a church event for ladies, and this tiny little girl comes up in the parking lot dragging this broken down, bright pink, huge suitcase behind her. And she wanted to spend the night in the parking lot. Long story short, she ended up living with us for about a year and a half, and she was a recent survivor of sex trafficking. It was within that year that I realized that my eyes were not open to what was going on in my local community and statewide. It opened my eyes to realize what sex trafficking really is and the trauma and the brokenness and the turmoil that goes on inside of someone trying to recover from that past. The life expectancy of a victim is around 7 years. Men, women, and children of all ages are being trafficked, with the prime age of victims being around 12 to 15 years old. My friend was only 4 years old when she was trafficked. I remember as my friend lived with us, we would load up in the car and drive around our city, and we would just dream about opening up, an organization, a safe house for survivors. And little did we know that 2 years later, we would actually open up our doors. I still get shocked when I think about how far we've come and that just a tiny dream actually became a reality, and the only thing I can say is that it was God. We opened the doors of our residential safe house in 2019, whereas prior to that we were operating on an outpatient basis only. Since opening the doors, we have learned a lot. We have seen tremendous growth from all of the residents and clients that we've taken on. One of my most cherished moments was one of my residents. I had the pleasure of teaching to drive, and that was at the beginning of her residency, and as she was getting close to graduating, she was able to save money and purchase her own car. And just seeing that empowerment in her, knowing that she accomplished that on her own, and the excitement that brought her and the independence that brought her. That is the reason that we do this job. That is the reason why this is a calling for us. To see these survivors come into our program with nothing, feeling hopeless and broken, and then to see them towards the end transformed, not only emotionally, but physically, financially, is an amazing feeling. It's empowering, and it's strengthening, and it's encouraging. That's the reason why we're here. That's the reason why we do what we do.